It.
Welcome to another episode of So You Think You Can Pitch. I am Stephen Kerrigan. With me is Peter. Hit us with that intro, please.
Oh, yes, Stephen. That intro is coming your way.
No,
We are
when I
two pitch artists.
when I asked the question.
On the best.
So when I asked you to your face, are you ready?
Am I ready?
Pronto.
What I should have said was, I should have said no, is what I should have said no, I'm not ready. But what I said was, let's fucking go. I'm so ready. And here we are. So
like we're just going to be doing the same shit.
You think you can pitch?
We
are two pitch artists that learned from the best of the best decades ago to become the best of the best. From the Atlantic City Boardwalk to your local grocery store and big box retailer, we made companies millions of dollars selling products that you'd probably roll your eyes at. Now we're searching social media for those same types of pitches that make our hearts sing, finding products and personalities that are going to make you want to buy or make you want to cry. Welcome to another episode of So You Think You Can Pitch.
Gloves? Electric heat
gloves?
Gloves? Question mark? Yes. So as we spoke about last time, I have been getting deep into TikTok analytics as provided by our free account from FastMoss. If you want to see your TikTok analytics or deep dive into promoted products and or sales trends, sign up at fastmoss.com. Cyber saving weeks are still going on. You can get up to 65% off your account. So check that out. The link is in the last episode description page, and it'll be in this one too. But before we get started,
we are not sponsored by FastMoss yet. We are just very excited about FastMoss, just for the record.
They gave us a free account, so
that's cool. We're pseudo-sponsored.
I don't know. It's not like they do it for everybody. They do.
Write to So You Think You Can Pitch at gmail.com. Let us know what you think about us being promoted or not promoted by FastMoss.
But don't tell them in case they tell us to stop using them.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I don't know if they can because it's a service. But that's neither here nor there. Before we got started with that, though, Peter, I wanted to show you a little something that I got in the mail prior to or since our last episode. We have the wine opener.
Oh, you got one.
I got one of the wine openers because it worked. Because the pitch worked.
Okay, but can we have a conversation about the wine opener? Like, does it work as well as it did in the video?
That's a great question, Peter. Let's test it right now with this bottle of wine that I have. It is a Pinot Grigio. No, I don't want to throw them under the bus. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. So, as they say in the video, you have the needle that pumps the air.
I can't wait.
Center, as he says. Now, you'll be happy to know that I have been waiting for you. So, goes in like that, and then you have to hold the wine. I don't have something on. You pump the air, right? This is what he did. Okay. Simple enough so far. Got the cork remover thing here. Comes just out as demonstrated. And then I have the aerator. Goes right in here. I mean, that was simple as can be. I don't really see it breaking a cork at all. But yeah, aerator. If you're not aerating your wine, what are you doing, right? Frankly, and let's give it a little test here.
Sure.
Yeah, that aerator works. That opened up the wine. That opened up the wine very well. But, I'm not I'm going to do this show with a clear mind. So then you have the what is this? The vacuum seal. Okay, it's
the vacuum seal.
Oh yeah, it's snapping down. It snaps down. No more air. Okay. works as advertised. That was pretty simple because that wasn't even like normally you'd be opening the wine on a counter or something. I was having to hold it up for the camera, and I was still able to do it very easily. So that's that's a win for me.
I'm impressed.
I'm happy with that. So
I'm impressed. Salute. Enjoy. To your health, bro.
Well, this is definitely not an Italian Pinot Grigio, but oh, it's California. Okay. Do you like wine? Are you a wine guy?
I am very much into the Italian wines. I like Montepulcianos first and foremost, and then when life comes at you fast, I want Brunellos, I want Barolos, I want those big super Tuscan reds that you like. You pour it into a decanter at 5 p.m. and you sit and drink it until 9 p.m. and it hasn't, it just like keeps opening up and taking you to new places, and you have a nice piece of steak with it, and like that's the wine experience that I'm here for. I don't tend to drink a lot of wine, and I'm not very well educated in wines unless it's Italian. With whites, I like Gaviota.
Okay,
is the white wine that I like.
Gaviota.
Again, I don't know as much about the whites as I know about the reds, but if I'm doing seafood, I'll go for that. I don't like Chardonnay. Pinot Grigio, you can take it or leave it. Some of them are good, some of them are
Yeah, that's true. Well, since this is a lunch wine, so that's why I went with it. My favorite would I think overall is a Primitivo. I think you can really get a lot of mileage out of that. It hits a lot of things. I actually when I was serving way back though, so 2006 or 7, when I was a waiter in an Italian restaurant, fine dining, they actually made us take wine courses so we wouldn't sound like complete idiots, because like it was a new restaurant that was just opening, so they wanted everybody that was working, like all of the opening staff got a lot more training than you would normally get, right? So it is very interesting. Wine is about taste at the end of the day, and if you like it, go for it. That's pretty much what it boils down to. Because they had the University of Bordeaux had a sommelier competition thing where they had all these like famous wine people, sommeliers, go there, and they in one of the wines, it was a white wine dyed red, and not a single person caught it. And they like were changing labels of like different price points and stuff like that. So it's like at a certain point, you can taste wine. Like it is true, the sommelier stuff is true up to a certain point. But once you get past that point, it's all just like, drink what you like. Who cares? So.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. And then like the vineyards and the people who are actually making the wine, like I find that a very interesting thing, because that starts to mix the farmer aspect of it and the quality of the grapes and how they treat the grapes and the way they've grown the plant and all of that. And then when they're actually like mashing the grapes and starting to get the wine prepared, a lot of them do wear gloves.
Wait, what? Oh, I got you. I completely forgot what we were doing. I'm like, why did you emphasize gloves that way, you weirdo? Your first day with English? Jesus. Oh, yes, we are here to talk about gloves.
It's actually not my first day with you. That's what it boils down to.
I was truly like, what the fuck are you talking about? Gloves. And I'm like, okay, I hear you. Yes. So that's a great segue that I'm glad I caught up on. I say now we're 1 for 1 intro and picking up what you're putting down. But the stats that we are using on FastMod, so no change in the most promoted products over the past 28 days. Still HydroJugs being the most promoted. They have 317 new creators over the past 28 days. So we are taking, we might alternate or we might just pick different things. We're still feeling this out because we just got the analytics pretty recently. But we're moving over a couple columns here in my dashboard to the sales rank. So the number one sold product over the past 28 days is now ready for the search engine optimization title. Winter gloves, women, men, ski gloves, liners, thermal warm, touchscreen, perfect for cycling, running, driving, hiking, walking, texting, freezer work, gardening, and daily activities. SRG 102 winter gloves, full finger. So we'll include the link to the TikTok shop. Price is $15.99 through $16.99.
Finger.
Full finger. Yeah, not that you're not in a musical. Okay, you're not in a Broadway musical, so you got to have the full finger on that glove. It's 33 in U.S. top sales overall. 5 in sport and outdoor. He got a huge. So over the past 28 days, they've sold 56.1 thousand, has a total GMV of 852.9 thousand, with 546 affiliates and 859 shoppable videos. So that is what we're doing today.
For those of you that aren't good with numbers, that's a lot.
It's the top sold product. So that's the total that they've sold to date. The past 28 days, they've sold 8.2 thousand. And that's what brings them up to their sales rank. Now, interestingly enough, they're not on the top GMV rank. So this is, for those of you guys who don't remember or don't know from last time, this is that gross value less expenses, right? So the top still is, just different things. So if you have high markup and low cost, you can get high on this. But if you have apparently like these just aren't on there. They're not in the top 5 anyway. So interesting little dichotomy there. We might do that for the next one, the GMV rank, and then maybe we'll just start going down the tops of these charts. But winter gloves. So what are your initial thoughts when you think about if you had to pitch winter gloves? I mean, obviously warmth. It's seasonal, right? So
warmth, comfort, dexterity. I think dexterity is one that really gets overlooked. What I hate is a pair of winter gloves that you put on and you can't fucking do a damn thing with them on your hands. And you're like, these might as well be mittens from A Christmas Story because I can't grab anything. I can't even open the car door. I think in this day and age, the ability to like the touchpad on your smartphone is a good feature. Is a pretty strong standard feature
to hit that for sure. Yeah.
Comfort, warmth, dexterity, and tech ability. Your ability to operate your tech with them on.
For sure.
And then I don't know. Like I personally don't like wearing gloves. I only wear gloves if I'm going to be outside for a very long time. I like hand warmers.
Hand warmers in the pockets.
So I might not be the best. Yeah, dude, hand warmers in your pockets. That's like taking your hands on vacation.
No. I don't think I've ever been that cold. Are you cold natured or warm natured? Which do you prefer?
I don't like being cold. Like if the question that we're posing is, would you rather be really hot or really cold? I would rather be really hot. Like put me in 100-degree heat, sure, I'll deal with it.
Okay.
Put me in, freezing 15-degree cold, I'm very displeased.
Interesting. Okay.
What about you? Are you a hot person?
I prefer cold. I'll take being cold every time. Absolutely every time.
Now that said, I do cold plunges, strangely enough.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Not for me. Not for me.
What did you just realize?
I pulled up our stream on YouTube to see how it's looking, and it's showing the vertical stream, not the horizontal one. So we look tiny. And I think that's going to annoy the shit out of me. It's optimized for phones, but it's exporting the stream vertically to YouTube Live, which not that big of a deal, because when we put up the actual video, which is where we get most of our views, because we don't go live at regular times, so that is not where our target audience is. But it is recorded live, so it still has that fun. Watch it anytime you like. That's so you think you get pitched at YouTube.
We record it anytime we like, so you should watch it anytime you like.
Yeah. Well, I don't want. No, I want you waiting by your phone for the notification of, oh crap, they're live. Drop what you're doing and start watching this nonsense. Yeah. This complete nonsense. No, totally fine.
And don't forget to bring your
gloves.
Gloves.
Yay, I got it. Your gloves that you can use your touchscreen with. No, yes, very, very rarely do I find myself in a situation where I need anything heavier than a pea coat. I prefer to layer as opposed to like I know some people that do like t-shirt and like puffer jacket or like North Face type thing, and that's all they need. But then I'm like, I need to be, gloves are rare. That is for the most coldest of situations. But it's hard to find gloves that fit my hands because they're so big. Because I have disproportionately long fingers for my hand size, which is set. I think gloves would be hard to make for like a universal
full finger. You've got you need full finger gloves, is what you're saying.
I need full finger. Although I really used to like when I was living in Chicago, I had half finger gloves with a mitten attachment that
overlay. I do like that.
And it was cool for a second, but it was like, I was like, this gimmick does not last. So, yeah. So neither
here
nor there.
What didn't you like about it? What fell apart?
Just I didn't get enough use out of it. It's like I'm rarely so cold that I need the mitten aspect. I could just put my hands in my pockets, and that would be fine. So,
how do you feel about the fingerless gloves? How do you feel about like Oliver Twist style, I'm gonna go rob a bank gloves?
I think if you're doing a dystopian, early 2000s, those were huge. I was my daughter visited for Thanksgiving, and we were watching musicals because she's now into musicals, and I said, say no more, because I'm all over it. So we essentially just watched musicals like back to back to back. And we were watching the 2000 version, 2003 or something like that version of Jesus Christ Superstar. And to show the 2000s and 90s, like there were a lot of fingerless gloves. And I was like, I'm not there for that. Like I don't use them. I don't ever use them. So I don't know what the use case is for fingerless gloves. I've seen people in the gym with them. That's great. I prefer wraps, but whatever, to each their own.
That's a different type of glove, though. That's not a warmth glove. That's like
it's a fingerless glove, though.
This bar glove. Yeah, but it's a totally different use case. It's a supple leather glove. It's not a.
But use cases are not. This might make a noise. But use cases like, when else are you going to use? You're not using a fingerless glove for warmth.
You could be. I need my palms warm, but my fingers chilly.
I could see a heated glove. That's fingerless. Well, let's get into it, because I think it's stupid.
I'm ready. I'm warmed up. I'm warmed up and ready to glove.
As warmed up as one of these gloves. Let me get the air out of this wine bottle real quick, since I'm just going to keep going into this Pinot Grigio. Yeah, it snaps down. All right, cool. Honestly, though, how often do I not finish a bottle of wine? It's rare. All right, let's see if you can hear this.
Looking for gloves that won't freeze your hands off while you're working outside in the cold, these might be for you. They're thermal heated and double insulated, and they're touchscreen so you can use your phone whenever you want. They've got a really soft and warm inside, and they zip up to fit your hand. Right now, these gloves are $6 in the TikTok shop. If you want to grab these, I'll leave the link for them right here. They keep selling out like crazy, though, so get them before they sell out.
All right. That was Shop Deals by Eli. Shop Deals by Eli.
Eli's got potential.
Yeah. Shop Deals by Eli. Again, we can't break it down to specific product from what I understand, but he has sold 15.7 thousand units in the past 28 days. Average video view is 78.7 thousand. He has 182.3 thousand followers. Like to follow ratio is 50.39. But yeah, so very quick and to the point.
Quick to the point. I got the features that I needed. Like he hit all of the features that we just talked about. Warmth, comfort. He hit the techability. They don't look very dexterous. I'm gonna say that.
If you're looking for gloves that won't freeze your hands off,
they don't.
He did the water.
Dexterous.
He poured water on them. You know, he demonstrated. I mean, I think it was just quick and
quick and solid. Yeah, I'm into it.
I think. Yeah, it was interesting to see with his numbers.
This pattern, I think maybe this handling is better. We got that in the beginning, and then we were getting like this pattern here, which I don't know. They're on your hands at that point. Is it shaking the product? Was it distracting for you? Or did you feel like that?
No, I agree completely. I think if you are putting them on and you are a person that talks with your hands, you have to be very cognizant of your movements because you're shaking the product at that point. I would keep, I'd keep, if you need to keep moving, I would keep doing things. If you were pitching these live at a booth, you'd be able to continue moving, but all of your movements would need to be controlled. You wouldn't want to be.
It's why Italians make terrible glove salesmen.
That old expression. Che cosa fare? Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's what's interesting about that pitch is that with how on point it was, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I don't care. I think that so what was missing for me is the hook. I didn't feel like there was a hook to the beginning of the message, which is necessary for TikTok. And I know that we've been critical of some hooks before, like someone's getting fired or you'll never believe what happened today. But those types of things make you go, wait, what? Like, who's getting fired? Right? Like they create a pattern disruption in your brain's desire to scroll to the next dopamine hit that allows the person that's recording the video an additional couple of seconds of your attention to get to their point, which I felt like he didn't really have that hook or any of like the emotionality behind it. Like, I don't think he wears those gloves. Let me put it that way.
No. Yeah.
Right? Like he doesn't wear those gloves. He's just selling them on his site, which we've seen some other pitches before with women that they use that product even though their quote unquote pitch was technically abysmal. You're like,
Right.
you got a lot of love in there. Like you definitely use that mop even though you don't know how to show people how to use that mop at all.
Yeah, they're trading their authenticity for like a technically sound pitch, which is you hit the nail on the head. There was no sort of hook or engagement, which made me want to pay attention, and I think that just speaks to also $6 does not match like the price and because these are official. So I went to the TikTok shop and I went to official videos for the product, and nowhere is it saying that these are $6 at all. So that was crazy to me. I don't know if they were and now they're not, but
I don't know. Also, I'm so old that I like don't trust TikTok shop. So since doing this with you, I've gone on TikTok more often and gone to the TikTok shop more often. And if I find something I like it's been holiday shopping, I'll just go on Amazon or on Google and find those products outside
yeah.
of the TikTok
So,
shop.
so what is it about? What is it about the TikTok shop? You don't trust the veracity of it, or you haven't had good experiences? Like,
No, I've never had any experience with it. I don't
okay,
trust the legitimacy of it. Like I think that I'll put in an order at the TikTok shop and never see that item.
I have bought um I want to say a total of like 6 things from the TikTok shop. A couple were for my daughter. Um, she got them, but I don't get the sense they vet their sellers nearly as much.
Yeah.
So I've had 2 products just straight up not come. And then I had one that got stuck in and then 2 of the products that I did get, I had to pay additional customs fees. And then one of them was like stuck at customs and we're like, we can't find your address, update it here, or it's not going to be sold. And then their refund policies are who the hell knows, right? So yeah, it is interesting.
So it's the Wild West. I'm not wrong in my fears and reservations.
Right, which is why I think we sort of like started gravitating towards these pitches of like, when you and I were pitching these companies. I mean, it's the Wild West. Anybody can start a company and just start, hire pitchmen to like sell your products, and the better the pitches are, the more they sell. I mean, we certainly made a living doing it, more than a living actually. It was, at especially at the time and my age, like it was better than any salary I was going to get. So
Yeah, I would agree with that.
absolutely, but it also it's not for everybody, right? So the barrier of entry of anybody can make a TikTok video, is a lot lower. So we're seeing this like huge dichotomy of pitches and quality of pitches, etc. Okay, let's go for a little bit longer one this time. Oh, sorry about that. It is muted.
Let me turn that on. Okay, I want to see if it's true what they're saying about these gloves. Hold on. Oh my God, no wonder. These gloves feel so comfortable and grippy inside. Pause. And one thing I was worried about with these gloves is if I could use my phone, and you can with these fingers, and they have that special grip. You could also use these for warehouse and construction work. And these are 100% waterproof. You could literally throw a whole bucket of water and it's going to bounce right off. No wonder these gloves are the talk of the town, is because they're very comfortable and warm, and they have that thermal material inside. I literally wish you were here so you could put your finger in here. These are really, really nice. These gloves are amazing, especially for those people that work outside or that live in the East Coast with that winter. And for the price they have in it, you can't beat it. If you see the orange card down below, run and grab yours, because so many people are grabbing these right now.
Couple questions for you, sir. Number one, what is the
Go on.
what is the power button on? Like,
I think, yeah. I lost you for a second, and you're frozen. You're frozen. Okay, now you're back. The power button. What is the power
I'm
button?
back. The power button. What is it? Like he pressed it, but he never told us what it was. I'll tell you
Yeah.
this move right here, that was great. I love this
Okay.
move for the touchscreen fingers.
Holding the
Like, 'cause
hands
his
out
face was kind of like,
straight to the camera, framing
yeah,
the face.
centered like that. Oh yeah, I dug that. I dug that a lot. If you're gonna talk about pouring water on the glove, pour water on the glove. I know you're in your car, but I don't give a shit. Pour water on the glove.
Yeah.
The use cases, I like construction worker in the Northeast. You're gonna wear these doing this type of work. You're gonna wear these when this type of thing happens. I do like that pattern. He can do more of that. I think he was just doing some of it naturally, but there's a pattern there where it's like sports, outdoor work, gardening, any, super cold days, going for long walks, et cetera, et cetera. That we could have saw a little bit more of there. I liked his enthusiasm. He had a lot more like heart than the last guy.
Yeah, for a personality pitch, which is what I've been sort of terming these ones in my head, where you're not relying on anything other than your connection with the camera and your audience. A lot of personality, which is great because the emphasis of what he was saying was really good when combined with that effective handling, like you said, of like full glove view, palms out, also framing face to maintain connection. That was a really strong move, but there was no demo, right? Other than, but like, especially like that, I wish you were here so you could feel this. Like that was a very emphatic moment, which I thought
I do
was
like
good.
that. Yeah.
That was a good moment. This is
in that
Brian,
moment, I did wish I was there to feel it.
Yeah, that's if you're not pitching live, which is like that would be the moment you'd pull out the glove and like have people in the tip
go ahead and feel it. Yeah.
Go ahead and feel it. When you're live pitching around a booth, we call the audience a tip. But that's where you would have people like, that you would actually use the technique of not fully holding it out, so they had to step in and lean in to fill it to create that moment and create that agency. Do you know what? I wish, if we ever get guests on here, which I'm open to do, I really want to find somebody that had to do live pitching during COVID, because that had to have been tricky as anything, because you can't create that.
You couldn't create anything.
Maybe just have to take a year off. I don't know. That video is by Brian So Wavy, 2 Ys. Brian with a Y and then 2 Ys on Wavy. Has sold a total of 9.5 thousand units in the last 28 days. Average video view in the last 28 days, 25.1 thousand. He has 36.5 thousand followers, and his like to follower ratio is 35.91. So definitely successful at what he does, I would say. Depending on the commission of this. Yeah. So overall, I would say overall a strong pitch, I would say, but we are missing that demo, right? Which,
well, I mean, if a demo can be done, I think that you don't need to do a demo in order for the pitch to be good. Let's start there. I think you can have a demo-less pitch and still have it be effective. But if you're going to bring thoughts, you don't think so?
What? Are you smoking drugs? You can have an effective pitch without a demo?
For some products, yeah, I think so.
Name 5.
You could get away with demoing the Hydro Flask without a pitch. If the pitch makes it better, I'm not gonna, or without a demo. The demo makes it better. I'm not gonna argue that. But
all right,
we could we could sell Hydro Flasks without demoing the Hydro Flask.
Okay. All right. I'll stand corrected. That's fine.
Same
Yeah,
with the
that's fine.
razors. I don't need to demo the razor to sell that razor. It's better if I do, but I don't need to demo it in order to effectively sell it.
Okay. Well, but with that argument of then you don't need to demo anything to like if you're a
Thank
successful enough
You just
salesman,
said it.
yeah, but but like why would you when it is so much more effective with a demo, right? Did you freeze up again? Where is your internet is so unreliable right now? Where are you?
I'm doing my best. I'm in a bunker. You see all the lights are off.
Yeah. Is it helping? Is your best helping? Because look at how crisp and clear my video is.
Does that make you feel good? You feel like you're a big, strong man now with your crisp, clear internet connection.
Yeah.
Why don't you have another glass of Pinot Grigio, you big, strong man?
My white wine. Red wine hurts my tummy. The
tannins.
The tannins. Well, now with this aerator, this triple chamber aerator that removes those tannins, more drinking, more fun. It's better to be safe than sober. Less tannins, more drinking, more fun. It's better to be safe than sober. That's the pattern that he had. We should get that guy as a guest. I'll reach out to him.
Please do.
Well, I'm starting to tag the people on the TikTok videos as I'm figuring out technology, but it's good. Yeah. So yes, I understand your point about anything is pitchable without a demo, but I'm saying like if you're strong enough to pitch and sell without a demo, imagine what you do if you had the demo.
With the demo,
right?
Yeah, okay, I get it. I just think that for the medium we're talking about, some of these folks are either A, not thinking through the lens of, oh, I need a demo in order to create this video, and or B, they're sacrificing the opportunity to run a demo in exchange for less time because they know that the attention span is short. And in both instances, I think for the TikTok medium, at least, what I'm saying is it's not like, I don't want us to get into the habit of every time there's no demo, be like, oh, well, that pitch just sucked, because I don't think that that's necessarily correct. But I do believe that if you're going to bring certain scenarios into the script of your pitch that would beg a demo, like don't make me say prove it, I guess is what I'm getting at. At no point in viewing the dialogue of a pitch should I, as the potential customer, go, I don't believe you. Or you know what I mean? And that's what was triggering for me in the last one. Not that he didn't have the pouring the water on, the fact that he said it and didn't pour the water on, and then my untrusting consumeristic psychology brain went, I don't believe you. Prove it.
I think I understand your point now better. In my mind,
it only took us 12 minutes.
Well, if you maybe used your words better, I think no, but to your point, like I think the solution then, at least in my mind, is do the short video and then do another one that's longer. Like, because how much is it gonna cost you to do it, right? But to your point of yes, if you're going to call it out, like it's better to not have it than to call it out without the demo, right? You could just say that they're waterproof as part of the pattern, as opposed to you could pour a whole bucket of water on here and it would, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
Do it. Don't say it. Don't be about it. Say it. Don't say it. Be about it.
I got you. Okay, let's take a look at some more.
Winter gloves have a secret. Guys, have you ever been out in the cold and your phone starts ringing in your pocket? You try and fumble for it, and then you realize you got to pull one of your gloves off to actually use the phone. Not anymore. These gloves have digital touchpads on the end of the fingers, so you can text, answer the phone, and you don't have to take off your gloves. Genius! The interior of these gloves is lined with warm fleece. These are really nice. I'm never going to use regular gloves again. These come in handy. I'll drop the link below. Grab some for yourself.
These come in handy. You see what he did there?
I don't think he realized he did it.
No, he didn't. He definitely didn't. That was Midnight Porter. Total units sold in the last 28 days, 2-0. He has an average video view of 353, 9.2 thousand followers. His like to follower ratio is 15.5. His engagement rate is 4.62%. So little softer on the numbers for this gentleman. But I liked his enthusiasm. I liked his emphasis.
Yeah, there was just no substance, and I don't think that he's authentically that persona.
Okay.
And so those two things combined created, whether or not it's true, it created the illusion of being distrustworthy and disingenuous through the lens of consumer psychology. Because
it's funny
was like
because
not like his real authentic self plus not a lot of substance on the product equals your bullshit. I don't believe you.
Well, what's interesting is your point earlier of if you have to say, trust me, like these are legit. If you have to say it, it's almost like I don't believe you. And while he never said it, that's the entire energy of the whole thing.
Yes.
And it didn't gel into a cohesive pitch for me. And the whole, like, I'm never going to wear any other glove again. I was like, I don't believe you.
Right. If we're being put in situations where we're saying, I don't believe you, or prove it, or I'm not sure about that, those are all problematic, because the consumeristic psychology portion of this is going to immediately like push you over the fence on that to, I'm not getting that. I don't trust it enough.
Yeah.
Like that inherent trust is so important.
Well, and the shop deals by Eli pitch had a similar sort of structure, but it didn't go over that edge of, I don't want to say desperation, but that's kind of desperation like. Adjacent. And the handling was so much more clean, and the numbers reflect that, right? So
also, these are all the same glove. Like, is this a very particular special glove?
So the top sold product is, I went to their official videos. So these are like paid. They're all like, we've always been using paid promotion videos, but these are like in the TikTok shop. If you want to see videos about the product, these are all videos.
Turn these gloves
I
on.
see.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much more to say about that. Let's just move on.
Turn these gloves on. If you work outside during the winter, you don't want your hands to freeze off, these gloves might be for you. Thermal heated, double insulated. They've got touchscreen fingertips, so you don't have to worry about freezing your hands off just to use your phone. They got a snug fit with no loose fabric hanging about. Grips on the palms and the fingertips to help you use any tools or lift anything heavy. They've got a nice fuzzy inside. They've got some early Black Friday deals going on right now, but I'll be super quick because they sold out in less than a day last year. Here's a link if you're interested.
Let's go.
No wasted time in that.
Go. No wasted time. Great use cases. Incredible pattern. The handling was spot on. I love like the doubling down on the water demo. Like, he was no bullshit, man.
Yeah. Christian B. Really? Christian BYRL3Y. I don't speak internet. I'm 40. I don't know what that means. Total units sold 3.5 thousand. Average video view is 171.8 1,000. Engagement rate is only 0.4%, and his like to follow ratio is 22.44. So, very interesting to see the dichotomy between those
it
two
is.
and the numbers. But
I think that you could make a strong argument that his approach wasn't necessarily warm, that there's probably a demographic of people that see that and don't feel connected to it. But
Sure.
when I'm just looking at the technicality of it and the design of the pitch and how crisp it was and how focused it was and the things that he was able to cover in the 35 seconds that he spoke, I got to say, like, from that lens, it was very impressive. Also, I think that there's an opportunity for him to add 10 seconds and some more charisma.
Okay. Yeah, it was I agree with that sentiment, but I also feel that for what he was doing, there was no wasted anything to the point where there was just nothing else about it, right? He just hit every feature, had the water demo, did double down on the water demo at the end, and then threw in the hook. I still don't find that hook particularly effective. They sold out in one day last year. It's like unlikely, and then they just make more. So, like, there's no world, and I don't think anybody really falls for this, but like, there's no world in which a manufacturer goes, well, we sold out, and I guess we're done. Like, it's never to make another one. Is like,
everybody really liked it, so mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. We're done. We've made enough money, and we need no more. Like, it's not like they're serialized and there's only 2,000 of this special edition. You know, it's like there's.
Well, let's park the car here for a second, because this is something that we have repeatedly critiqued, this particular like back end hook, if you will.
Yeah.
Right, like a hook in the front end to get your attention, and a hook in the back end to get you to click and buy, like, or the the turn, whatever you want to call it.
They're trying to jam, but
like what is the proper, not the proper, but what would you hypothesize would work better and feel more authentic in these TikTok pitches as a jam?
As a jam, I think.
Like, how do you get me to click?
I think the sale aspect to me is the only one that's even quasi effective that we've seen. Of like, you
don't control when I see it.
Exactly. So that's the problem, right? So what is the solution? And I think that's sort of an interesting question. We're kind of armchair quarterbacking this, and I don't know if I specifically have an answer. So my mind then goes to why you need to click on my link as opposed to somebody else's link. Because if you're going to get them, you're going to get them.
What about this one? Because I've been cooking it, and I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But what if it was something to the effect of like, I'm not sure they're still available at the time you're seeing this, so click the link below to find out.
Okay. I like it. I would add.
All I need to do is get you to click, and your curiosity will do that for me. Like, I don't need to get you to buy necessarily. I just need to get you to the next step, which is to click. And then if you like it and you see the price and you're into it, you'll continue the process because of brain patterns and habits. Like, how many times do you end up in front of one of those screens where you see the payment processing and you can just click Apple Pay and smile and your fucking face spends your money for you? Like, that sort of shit's going to take care of itself. I got to get you to click. And I think curiosity killed the cat on this one. I think what we're running into is that they're trying to get people to buy, not click. And I want to get people to click and then assume that they will buy.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. How do you get them to click? I think, honestly, I think it's going to be a departure from what we've been trained to do,
Oh yeah,
because
100%.
we have, like, jamming is one of the most critical aspects, if not the most critical aspect of pitching live, right? Is that you have to get the people in your audience to buy right then and there, which is almost easier because you have display stock, right? You give the whole thing like, these are not on shelves, you can't get them anywhere else but here. So either as a paid promoter, you work for like an exclusive, or you work for that thing of like, these are exclusivity maybe would be a solution of like, these are exclusive to the TikTok shop. I have created a link with the shop so that you can get these directly, click the link below. But I'm not in love with that. But
again, yeah, the exclusivity thing, like, I don't know, man, I'm gonna balk at that. I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
Like I think that in the same way live pitching works, when you create a frenzy and you just get one hand in the air, even if that person doesn't take it to the counter and pay for it, if you got them to put their hand in the air,
Right.
you got 10 other people to put their hand in the air. So really, like, if we dissect it, our job is not to get them to bring it to the counter and pay for it in a live pitch.
Save
Our
the
job
video. Yeah.
Our job is just to get them to put their hand in the air. And I think in these TikTok pitches, it's not our job to get them to buy the product. The way that the shop and e-commerce and brain chemistry is designed, that's going to do all that part on the back end. They're going to have
Sure.
Apple Pay. They're going to have the shop app. The purple shop button now is a big thing. All companies are pairing with them for e-commerce. So it's storing it in one place, and you can just click the fucking shop button or the PayPal button, and you've got my address. You've got all my like, buying is the easy part. I got to get you to click. So how do I incite as many people as possible to click? Because not only is that going to help me with purchases, which is obviously the end result, it's also going to help me with engagement, which is going to increase the viewability of my video.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that the curiosity bit is a good angle. Like, I'm not sure if these are still available. Click the link below to find out.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, is it still available? Sure, I'll click the link just to find out. Now clicking the link becomes something besides buying, which I think is a unique way to twist this and start to play a different type of game that gets more clicks, because all I want you to do is click the link. I don't care if you buy or not.
Yeah, lock in your price now or reserve yours now.
By clicking the link below. Yes, something like that too. I could see that working. You can reserve yours now by clicking the link below. But even that, like, is implying a forced purchase. Whereas, like, if you can find something that is,
I feel like
a
it's a little
more
gentler
exploratory
than saying like, buy it now. Is like, click the link below to reserve yours, or something to that effect, where it's like you're clicking through to the link, so I'm getting my engagement up, while then you have that purple button, you have that Apple Pay, where it's like, then your checkout's done. So if you get the link and you see like, I was like, oh, that price is very good, like, you just do it. So I think
even like these normally retail for $35, but the TikTok shop has put together some incredible discounts just for people viewing this on TikTok. Click the link below to see what they are.
Yeah, something to that effect.
And then you just click. I'm just going to click to see what the discount is. Like, that's harmless. And then you see that it's $10, and you're like, fuck it, I'll get it for $10. And you follow the whole rest of the buying path to the end. And if not, then an extra 1,000 people clicked the link to see what the discount was, and
Yeah,
that bought me visibility.
Yeah. These are current. Yeah, there's an exclusive discount to the TikTok shop. Click below to see what you can get, So yeah, I would have to practice it and see what sort of
Noodle on it, Steven. Give it a little
I'm
noodle.
gonna. Yeah. But that's a very insightful question. And I'm gonna mull that over. I'll text you in the middle of the night when I come up with my
Yeah, I expect a text at like 2:35 a.m. Like,
yeah. I assume you're awake. Notify anyway. Don't silence my notifications, you piece of shit. All right, let's get through a couple more real quick.
No more frozen fingers.
Oh, pause. Is yours frozen?
I do not see anything right now. I mean, I see the picture, but it's not playing.
Yeah, that's not what's happening on my end. And this was
exciting.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. Let me stop sharing.
How many 40-year-olds does it take to run a podcast?
I tell you,
more than two. I'll tell you that.
Too many. Okay.
What the?
I don't know about you, but I hated that.
I want those 20 seconds back.
That was complete.
I'm never getting them back. That was terrible. Yeah, pour yourself another glass of Pinot Grigio. That was fucking rough, man.
Yeah. I've been doing small glasses. I don't want people thinking I'm like on my third glass of wine. Anyway.
It's my second.
I have a reputation to uphold.
Is that right?
And frankly, I'm not meeting it. Yeah, that was terrible. I don't think we need to talk about it.
But we should.
There was nothing to it. It was like music and an effect. I don't even.
Yeah. Yes, but why would someone put that online and think that it would be successful?
I
and
don't
also,
know.
what are the numbers? Like, I'm very curious on the fast moss for this.
Total units sold in the of all categories, as we figured out, but total units sold in the past 28 days, 76. 24.5 thousand followers. Engagement rate is 2.57%, and like to follow ratio is 0.55. So not great.
Not great. Yeah. No engagement, but he's got the followers. So what did he do to get the follow? I mean, not that I care, but like going to that guy's, page and being like, what'd you do to get the followers is I'm sure a curiosity.
I think it's capitalizing on just trends, right? Which is if you are just capturing trends and using these AI generated videos, like with the music and everything like that, like, yeah, if somebody like you're relying on people having seen it before, seen it multiple times, and then them finally clicking your link, right? Which honestly, I would, as questionable as we personally find the TikTok shop, I'd be interested to hear other people's comments. So definitely email us or reach out.
So you think you pitch at gmail.com.
So you think you pitch at gmail.com to let us know what your experience with this TikTok shop. Has it worked out? Is it reliable? But this is also kind of a trend of videos, and we can talk about both of them at the same time, because watch this one. see it in your face. So heavily filtered.
So we watch a video. I say I wish I could get my 20 seconds back, and you're like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it to him again."
Yeah,
fuck you, man.
that one was a different, different vibe.
You ever tried to use your phone?
The vibe was different,
Wow.
and that makes it better. Yeah, filtered to the next life and back. And then it was like, this is one of those last two were just like, you're scrolling past and like, are you even going to stop for that? I don't like, that's a skip. I mean, that's a complete skip for me. I can't even call those pitches.
No.
And very
No,
similar, very similar numbers here. GRG underscore still a 2020.
Well, you don't have to say her name with such disdain. Like we did.
Oh, did I not keep my face still? Average video view. Oh, total units sold in the last 28 days, 4.
Wow.
4. Followers 15.9 thousand. Engagement rate is 14.76%. Heavily 56.84% male follower. Engagement rate is 14.76. New followers, we haven't been doing this stat, but it's interesting in this regard. New followers over the past 28 days is negative 252. So they are losing engagement. Yeah, tanking.
Yeah.
And I don't really feel like it's worth getting into that too much. Let's hear an actual pitch.
Nope.
With gloves, and it wouldn't work. These work. Have this type of material on the fingertips that allow you to swipe on your phone,
Yeah.
and not have to take off your
I
gloves.
do like that part of the demo.
Made with this material that's waterproof. It also has a real good grip right here and on the fingers. This is going to be perfect for soccer functions, football games, because I remember my son having that. It was so cold. My gloves, my hands were so wet. It was miserable. I couldn't play on my phone. Now I got it going on, girlfriend. Check it out in Orange Shopping Court below.
In comparison, now we lowered the bar, so
it's unfortunate that I spent most of that pitch thinking it must not be that cold out based on the rest of your outfit.
yes, that's true. That's a
Like-
good point.
Like if it's that cold out, like make sure it looks that cold out. I do like the swipe part of it. I miss the inner lining, like the comfort inside. I miss dexterity. I just got like soccer mom vibes, but I could absolutely see particular demographic being really excited about that pitch. So I don't want to come down on it too hard.
Yeah. Well, this
because it
is
just
similar
might
to
not
that.
be- I just might not be the target audience.
Yeah.
And I do think that it might be gender related, because when the guys come on and they're like work and handle tools and this and that and bud sports, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get that. And then she's like, oh, kids and soccer, and I can play on my phone while I'm watching the game outside. I'm like, all right. So like the use case, like, you know what I mean? Like it's definitely the target audience is different, and I need to be sensitive to that. So I want to give some grace there.
Yeah, I think acknowledging that is important, but I also would argue that it is the responsibility of you as somebody pitching to relate, to cast the widest net, right? Like there is a way to get use cases across that apply to both ends of the spectrum. This was another, as we talked about, personality pitch, like the guy in the car. A little more niche to your point, like the gym pitch for the hydro jug that we did in the last episode. of
Yes.
completely relying on personality following and like trust me, like I've built trust with you because you've seen my videos before, which I think veers it away from like the pitch, which almost makes it harder to critique because of like what you said of like this is not, I am not the target for this, right? But that aside, the pitch was weak, the handling was not great.
Oh gosh, the handling was dizzying. It was really bad.
And like the features, like
Handling. Huh?
there you go. But like but like you didn't talk, like I understand you're at a soccer game and it's cold and you want to work on your phone or like, you know, use your phone, but like I think it'd be stronger to like when you're trying to take pictures of your kids, not I'm ignoring my kids playing on my phone, and like the power. Yeah, that's right. Throwing shade. But the power feature as well of like that's what's keeping the hands warm is that these have a power feature. Like, what's the recharge? Like USB recharging, like are they rechargeable? Like, do you need batteries? Like, it's like all of these things. Like, we need more info, right? We need to get into the features.
We didn't get that in. We didn't get any of those in any of the videos here.
That's
like, I don't
one
know.
of the things that's been
kind of don't know
crazy.
how the power button works. I just know one guy said you just turn it on, and I was like, okay, so there's an on button. That's well, important to know.
And you can see we start strong, and as we're going through, total units sold in the past 28 days, 16. 11.4 thousand followers. Engagement rate is 2.13%, and also lost 11 followers in the past 28 days. So yeah.
All right.
Well.
We got one more. We got a final word, final thoughts, final video.
We have our final segment. There is one more video. It's not super great. We'll just knock it out. I
thought you said you were always going to save a good one for the end, Steven. You promised.
Oh, we're saving a good pitch for the end.
That's what you said. You said you'd always save a good one for the end, so we could leave on a happy note.
I'm trying to listen.
I can't see it.
You
Are you watching it? I can't see it.
Oh shit! It was happening.
If you don't know what to get your blue-collar husband for Christmas this year and you don't want to get frostbite this winter, then these gloves might be for you. Not only are they waterproof, but they're also windproof. They're double insulated, and they're also thermally heated, so your husband's hands are going to be nice and warm this year. They're also touchscreen accessible, so he's not going to have to thaw his hands out just to use his phone. They've also got a nice sticky material on them, so if he's carrying tools on the job site, he's not going to drop them if they're wet. These gloves are perfect for your blue-collar husbands. If you want to grab one for yourself, don't even take it from me. They got killer reviews. I'll leave it linked down below right here.
There was stronger moments in that. Don't even take it from me. Click that link. This is I'm gonna show my neurodivergence here, but I did not enjoy when he said so he doesn't have to take his gloves off and thaw his hands to use his phone. If you're thawing something, you're making it more warm, and if you take the gloves off, you're making it less warm. So you wouldn't, in fact, be thawing your hands. You would be freezing your hands. So he doesn't have to freeze his hands to use his phone.
You should write that guy a letter.
I'll put it in the comments. Hey, buddy. Wrong verb, idiot.
I am not a troll. Follow me.
I am not a troll.
At ADHD Academy.
ADHD Academy. But overall, I mean, it was like the other pitch where it was just feature.
Yeah.
He
had a very clear target audience though, which is the wives of the men.
The wives of the husband. Yeah. So, but let's say this though, for his units sold in the past 28 days, 5,000, 259,000 video followers. Engagement rate is 6.67%. So I mean, the numbers are speaking for themselves. He is like, I'm wondering
I like
if his
him.
pitch. But see, this is why I'm wondering if he's running his own metrics and catering his pitch to it, which is why I think it's so strong. His follower engagement is, or his follower demographic is 52.58% female. So statistically, I'm going to assume he knows that there is
He's talking to
knows
more
what-
wives than husbands.
I mean, he knows what he's doing, because like, especially me, well, I'm not a husband, but me as a guy, I can hear the value, just like I didn't have an end to that sentence. I really shouldn't have started talking.
You can just put a period right there. I can hear the value.
I should have. Honestly, I should have.
You just put one right.
Yep, should have. I'll acknowledge it. I'll agree. But
That's
yeah,
that's 2-1, Steven. It's 2-1.
Okay. Final thoughts on gloves, and then I have a video you sent in. I want you to tell me why you thought it was good, and then I have another video that we can comment on. That I think is, I think you'll like it. But hey, what are your final thoughts on gloves? I'll open because I was touching on. I don't know why I asked.
So what are your final thoughts on gloves? I'll tell you mine.
I'm sorry. It's the wine.
It's the 2 glasses of Pinot Grigio that you had.
I've been drinking more. No. Off camera, I've been drinking more. There's a straw. No. Like the USB, like the charging features, I don't understand. I appreciate the waterproof demos, but I think if you are going through features, you have to hit them where we're getting like use cases and the relatability. I'm not getting a full sense of like the feature suite and or how that works and what value that adds to the gloves. So period.
Yeah, I think that everyone that we saw today could have done a little bit more to explain how the gloves work.
Yeah.
Like the power button part of the gloves. I do appreciate the phone swipe and the water pour as probably, if we were to standardize this particular pitch, intricate parts of the demo.
Mhm.
Like I also think that this touch finger move we saw from that guy would be part of the standardized demo as well. Touch fingers, so you can use it on your phone. As you can see here, you can swipe, you can press, and it's all
they had that.
with
They
gloves
did
still
that
on.
demo. Yeah.
No. I think it's hard to pitch gloves. I think it's tough. And I most of what we saw today could have used better hooks on either end. A hook to get me to continue to watch and a hook to get me to click, which is something that we should continue to press on into as an exploratory of like, what is the goal here? I feel like in the same way people who are in business to business sales and prospect target personas or companies, and they're trying to sell their product in an email, when like that is a 6-month sales cycle that's going to take why are you doing that? The only thing you need to do is try to get them to take a meeting with you when you're prospecting them.
Yeah.
In that same vein here, I think that one of the pitfalls of recording these videos and trying to get people to buy from you is you're thinking, I need to get them to buy the product, which is why I'm creating the video. But the video should only get them to click the link, and then let the preconceived notions of the e-commerce buying process take them on that journey after that, or not. right?
Yeah.
Because clicking the link is going to be a benefit either way. So I thought that was an interesting little discovery that I've been kind of noodling on that we made today in this episode, and I'm excited to see if we can take that further.
Yeah.
But would you buy these particular gloves? That's my
Nope.
That's my final thought on it. Me neither.
Nope.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen, but I understand their target of people working outdoors is like, these have, they're, electronically warmed, which by necessity makes them waterproof, right? Because you can't have like you just have to make it waterproof, otherwise you're gonna electrocute yourself. I don't know, but yeah. So I think we've covered it. Okay, last two things we'll end on. Going a little bit long today, but that's fine. This is a video you sent, and I would like to hear your thoughts on it.
How cool!
That was an empty box.
That was an empty box. It doesn't matter for the demo, though.
Yeah. Picking up different things with a vacuum. No words, just straight demo.
Just straight demo, man.
Great handling.
Dude, with the product placement at the end, like, it was just sexy.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great pitch, and just letting it speak for itself. Like, you don't
straight demo
if you haven't, but a very curated and like purposeful demo, right? Of, I am demonstrating the suction power, I'm demonstrating like the volume, it was just laid out in a very neat way, and it also has like that satisfying to watch element that I think makes it really strong. And there's nothing aside from the product placement at the end and that arrow pointing to the clip of like, you want it, like, if you want to do this cool shit, like, you gotta click that link. No price, no sale, no nothing. But
I think that it could be more guided in that a little bit, even if there was just text. Like, but what I loved about it is that there wasn't any of that. Like, it almost didn't care if you bought or not. It was just like, Belby, fucking vacuum, just taught you a thing or two. The plate, the box, the cups, like, it was so dope.
Yeah. The only thing that I thought was a little disingenuous was that, like, it was made to look like a book, but it was clearly like a box. Or maybe they weren't trying to look like a book, because if you only picked up the book, it would only the top cover would come up. So maybe I'm being overly critical.
No.
I've been accused of worse.
What else is new?
Yeah, right. Okay, this is because it wouldn't be. I want to get your thoughts on this because it drove me up the wall.
Break down the
Man,
typical
we're doing
TV
Oxygen.
infomercial pitch. The infomercial formula usually follows a similar pattern. Number 1, grab attention. Number 2, command attention. And number 3, use a predefined segue between your discovery phase and your presentation or pitch phase. Number 4, focus on the benefits as they apply to your client. Number 5, tell stories, demonstrate or both. Show that you're a believer. Number 6, ask for the dang sale. So how do they grab your attention? It starts out something like, have you ever spilled wine-covered barbecue mustard crab legs on your favorite priceless white wedding dress and then fell down in a muddy puddle, got up and fell down again, accompanied by a video of someone doing just that? We want to know just where the heck this is all going. Then they follow up with something like, getting all of that out at the dry cleaner will cost thousands. There has to be.
Actually, you know what? The rest of the video is not worth it. I will put the link if anybody wants to watch, because he is trying to sell a book. It's more
Let's
this
break down
piece
the
here.
typical TV infomercial pitch.
So the
infomercial
steps,
formula
right?
usually follows a similar pattern. Number 1, grab attention.
So number one, grab attention. Now remember, his step 5 was the demo. Okay, so so far down in the list. Grab attention. Do we agree? Number one, grab attention.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you got to grab attention.
You got to bally, right? You got to.
Yeah,
you
you got to grab attention.
Got to grab attention. I'll agree to that. Okay. All right, we're fine with the one. Number one.
Number 2, command attention. And number
You've grabbed their attention. Now you got to command the attention. What is he talking about?
That part, I'm a little.
Well, that's what he was saying. If like you have to like.
I think they go together. Like grabbing attention is commanding attention. Like that's one thing.
Number one is command attention.
Yes, right. Number one is command attention. Yes.
Right. You're already, especially in an infomercial, you're already in the context of selling, right? They know what they're watching. You're commanding attention, right? And he talks about like an example that everyone can relate to of like, you know, we would do that with like the chamois, right? Of, you know, white carpet, wine, Coca-Cola, like anything that stains will find its way onto your white surfaces, and you're getting that agreement and you're getting that engagement, right? I would say not only are you grabbing the attention, you're commanding it as well, because you've instantly related to a situation that like happens to everybody, right? So it's like, who here has a phone, right?
Number 3, use a predefined segue between your discovery phase and your presentation or pitch phase. Number 4.
So he's mixing disciplines here. Your discovery phase, that is that's a B2B contracting type thing.
Correct. Yeah, that's a single buyer. That's a single buyer.
Your discovery phase is like when you're soliciting RFIs or requests for informations or any of those kinds of things. That's your discovery phase of like trying to find out what your client or what your B2B, you know, what they need, right? What do you need out of a product so I can present a solution to you? This is where like he starts missing the mark, right? Because if you are doing an infomercial, if I am pitching a product, I am addressing, the product is addressing predefined needs, right? There is no discovery phase, right?
Yeah.
You know, and the presentation phase is the demo, which he somehow separates into 2 steps, which is not the way at all, right?
Yeah, no.
You are linking the 2 things, and like he said, use a predefined segue too, which is, I think, maybe hinting at like, if I am pitching chamois, my predefined segue is I am addressing the things.
You've spilled soda on your carpet. Well, let me show you the chamois. That's the predefined segue, right?
So I think discovery phase is completely right. I think he's applying things that don't apply.
Focus on the benefits as they apply to your client. Number 5.
That's pure B2B. That's in an infomercial and a presentation. I am not soliciting needs from the audience. I am telling the needs, right? And I'm nodding to get them to nod, right? I'm like, you spilled wine on your carpet, you spilled Coca-Cola on your carpet, you know, the toothpaste on the mirror, the da 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 da. Like I am controlling the flow. You can tell he's not a pitchman, right?
It's got to be predetermined with a crowd. You're going for mob mentality. You're attacking low-hanging fruit. You're not running discovery and then creating a tailored, customized pitch to a particular client in need. In what we're talking about now, now hold on, I'm going to give him some credit here. If you were selling suits and shoes at Nordstrom Rack, as an example, or at Macy's, and you were one of those guys that walked around and was like, hey, need any help? Like, you would run a discovery phase on me, the suit buyer.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You would be like, what are you shopping for a suit for? Oh, it's a holiday party. Oh, what kind of holiday party is it? What kind of company do you work for? Da, 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 da. And you would run a discovery phase. You would segue into the suits, and you would start to show presentation and match what you learned about me in that short few minutes to the features and benefits of the suits that you were going to show me. What types of things do you usually like? What kind of colors do you usually wear? Oh, you seem pretty tall. Do you have to wear a talls version, or do you usually
Right.
go regular? Like, right? So in that instance, yes, I would give him credit and say that he is correct, but it's not an infomercial. He's mixing like the terminology of infomercial with a retail sale. But what he's describing is a one-on-one retail sale. It is a B2C sale of individual. It is not a pitch, because a pitch needs to be predetermined, scripted, and targeting, as like you said earlier, like as many people as possible. It's almost more marketing than salesmanship, because you're casting like a wide net on a large audience and saying, my guess is 70% of you or more will relate to what I'm saying.
Right. Well,
versus
that's one of the
what
things.
do you do? Like, what do you spill on your carpet? What do
Yeah.
you spill on your carpet? What do you spill on your carpet?
Right.
My lights are back.
Well, and that's, you hit the nail on the head, and like that he's phrasing this as like, here is the infomercial method, and it's like, this is not the infomercial method. But
Correct.
it does highlight what you were talking about. Highlights one of the reasons I love doing this show so much with you is that there is this like Venn diagram and niche that like pitching specifically is its own like little skill that is related to sales and is related to marketing and is related to all these things. And I mean, well, you and I have been able to leverage these skills that we've learned into very successful careers, because it touches on so many things, but you have to condense it and masterfully do it. Like, it's so practiced, but has to feel spontaneous. And like you said in a previous episode, create that authentic emotional connection. But he is using different knowledge to try and apply it to pitching, and is missing the mark. But step 5,
I don't even think he
tell
thinks he's
stories,
talking about
demonstrate
pitching.
or both.
I'll be honest.
Show that you're a
it's what he said,
believer.
is infomercial.
Number 6,
5 is presentation, which is the demonstrate value, which you should be doing in step 3. And step 2 doesn't
Agreed.
exist. So honestly, it's
ask for the dang sale. Something
Ask
to
for-
grab your attention.
So ask for the dang sale. You want one too. I'm not asking. I am telling you want it, right? And you are.
Well,
agreeing.
also he's simplifying step 6, because if he's going to show a picture of Ronco knife, like set it and forget it, and that whole like genre of artist, like those guys did not ask for the dang sale at the end.
They created urgency.
There was a commercial, and there was a turn very clearly in every single one of those fucking things.
Yeah.
There's a commercial, which is like the commercials that you would talk about in any sales engagement, which is, here's the product and here's the market sales price value for that product. Here's what you're buying, product and what it costs. And then there's the turn, which is, here are all the ways in which we're going to twist and turn the sale price on its head and add additional items to make it impossible to not buy this from us right now. And those two things are separate. So if he wants to have 6 steps, like 5 is commercial, 6 is turn in an infomercial, plain and simple.
Mhm.
And there's no way around that. Like, if you're going to call it an infomercial, you have to have those two things baked into it.
Right. And yeah, exactly. You're not asking for the sale. You are, but nowhere in his steps is he creating urgency at all, which is like every single infomercial, every single pitch. And one of the things we comment on of like these people that are pitching, that is what they're doing on TikTok, is there's none of that. And when they try
Creating
to do it,
urgency is
oh,
go
your
on.
connection's
Sorry, when they
bad.
try to do it.
No. Well, when they try to do it, it's like what we comment on is like they haven't unlocked the code. And I think when we do, people will take once we figure it out, people are going to start using it. I guarantee, because Like the things that they're using of somebody is going to get fired, somebody made a mistake, blah blah blah. It's like it's not believable. But
It starts out something like, have you ever spilled wine-covered barbecue mustard crab legs on your
AI
favorite priceless
generated
white wedding
images.
dress and then fell down in a muddy puddle, got up and fell down again, accompanied by a video of someone doing just that? We
Who is
want to
this
know
guy?
just where the heck this is all going. Then they follow up with
Beans to
something like,
billions.
getting all of that out at the dry cleaner will cost thousands. There has to be a better way. The attention has been grabbed, the scene is set, and the request for a solution has been addressed. All the things you'd be doing in any sales process. Getting attention, finding a point of pain, and letting your client know that there's a solution. Then the pitch man comes on. There is a better way. With our new Super Stain Remover 9000, we use just one drop in a gallon of water and watch the stains go away right in front of your eyes. The Pitchman demonstrates on several fabrics and type of stains, demonstrating just how great of a job the product will do at solving your future pain. They'll provide a few testimonials from satisfied clients and then finish with, call now to order and we'll include our Wrinkle Be Gone spray to eliminate wrinkles from your clothes, your couch, and your grandma all in one spray.
That's the jam.
This is a limited time offer, so order by phone or online in the next 15 minutes while supplies last. Hey, if you like, love, or hate my videos, don't forget to hit share, like, or subscribe. And if you're interested in getting the book, it is available pretty much everywhere the books are sold, half off now until January 1st. It's only $4.99. It goes up to $9.95 on January 1st. See you in the next video, guys.
Yeah, so
He
he's just shitting on Pitchman, as it sounds like.
That's-
He's
I was-
using
that's
it
what I
as
was
an
about to say.
example of what is bad in sales. But I don't think he understands it enough to be able to make that claim.
That's what I'm saying. Is there is a tone of disdain throughout, right? I would never give a salesperson advice on pitching. Be like, do you want better sales? You need to pitch them, and here's how you pitch. And I'm good at pitching, and I can tell you that, right? I at one point I had trained half of the company we work for, right? So I get training pitching, but I would never take that into like a sales. And you hit the nail on the head earlier of like, if you are selling a suit to somebody, you're not going to pitch them a suit. You are going to have that discovery phase. You are going to have that sales phase. And he is arguing for his sales techniques and using pitching as a foil. And they're not one.
They're not the same thing. Yeah, no.
So
no, but I mean, in his like not in his defense, but I can understand how people conflate the two and get confused and think that infomercials are just like the low common denominator Neanderthal version of selling something, without understanding that infomercials are actually like super highbrow marketing and have very little to do with sales, because marketing casts a wide net and sales is spear throwing. Sales is, you are Steven and you have these needs and this life and this design, and I'm going to learn all about that and then allow my solution to fit where your motivations and my product intersect.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's sales at its heart, whether it's B2C or B2B. And infomercials and pitching is nothing like that. It's here's a big crowd of people. I'm gonna catch as many of you as I can with your pants down saying I really need that right now in my life because of the 4 things that guy just said.
Right.
Which is really marketing at the end of the day.
And I'm not trying to exalt pitching as some type of like high art form or anything like that.
It is.
But it is its own category. It's like, yes, there's elements of sales, yes, there's elements of marketing, and it all has to come together in this like very I don't want to say rehearsed, but it has to come together with the exact right ingredients to be successful. And I know, I don't know if you felt this way when you were training people too, but I could tell pretty quickly if somebody was going to be able to make a living pitching, because it's
when you know.
Yeah. It's like you have to rehearse, you have to be an expert on the techniques and then know when to pull each tool out of the toolbox. Like you said, when I forget which episode it was, but when you were pitching knives and it was not working, to get the crowd back on your side, you cut out half the demo and said, "You want to see me cut this hammer?" And like got everybody back that way. You know what I mean? Which is like, that's not the script, right? That's not the standard presentation. That's not the predefined segue. It's addressing the crowd, not the person, right? So it was an interesting video.
I think that there's also an element of like necessary charisma and magnetism that someone needs to have in order to do something like that. Like in order to pitch. Like some people would have really good demos. They would learn the product really well and master the script and do all the handling you taught them. And they would go up and people still wouldn't buy from them just because they had, you know, I used to call it like the ick. Like they just had this thing that most of the public, generally speaking, found them like either felt that wanted to avert themselves from them or just saw them as distrustworthy or whatever. And, you know, from a training perspective, you couldn't be like, it's just you. It's just all of you. Like, so you had to be like,
you're not a pitch.
We're going to keep trying. Like, we're going to keep trying. Like, and I think that we run into some of that in these TikTok videos too, I think, where either A, their following is so selective that, again, we're not the target audience, or it's hard to understand who the target audience is. Or B, they're like, I'm going to make it on TikTok, and you're like, oh, honey, okay. And that it has nothing to do necessarily with script, technique, product, etc. It's the intangible stuff.
Absolutely.
You know, one of the things that I think made us both successful in that career when we were doing it was the fact that we learned very quickly that we could pull off charismatic asshole well enough that the general public would find it like alluring and charming and not terribly offensive enough to complain to a manager all the time. which allowed us to like stay alive long enough and well enough to make a lot of money doing it.
Yeah. There is that like roving kind of salesman that, and granted, there are a lot of infomercials and products out there that are like not super great, and they are relying on that charismatic asshole to like push a bunch of numbers and then leave town. Like, so it's
and that's unfortunate.
There's definitely a I don't want to say dark side to pitching, but there's definitely like that other side of pitching where it's like it can feel scammy if you are too schmarmy, right? So interesting little video that I figured would compare contrast sales and
you were just fired up. You just didn't like that he was coming at us, and you were fired up, and you were like,
"Yeah, I did.
We're gonna dissect this guy.
We're gonna."
So you think you can talk bad about us? And
so you think
both those things are wrong?
Answer is no. You have a $5 sales book, which I wonder if it's any good for sales, because I think like his points were not his points were salient to sales, but it's just the comparison he was making didn't work, and it annoyed me. And I strive for accuracy in all things. Well, this has been a little bit longer of an episode, but totally fine by me. I enjoy spending time with you. Any other thoughts before we end this?
Like and subscribe so you think you can pitch. Send us some comments and requests for videos or things to explore at so you think you can pitch at gmail.com. And outro.
Oh, I realized I hadn't checked the mail to see if we actually had any questions. We don't. So bye.